I bet you didn't know about the Bog Mummies. Now I actually think this one's really cool. About 500 Bog Mummies have been found in Denmark alone, dating from 800 BC to 8200. More have been found in Germany, the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, and Ireland. Not only is their skin still intact, their hair, their clothes, the contents of their stomach, they're still hanging around too. That's because of the acidic and oxygen-poor conditions in peat bogs, which is where all the mummies were found. Pretty much it's just layers and layers and layers and layers of dead moss. This guy here, he still has his facial hair. Now some bog mummies, because of what their clothes were made of, they disintegrated. But they were still able to find fibers left over from their clothes embedded in their skin. Now hold up, how did they all get there? Some of these bog mummies had horrific injuries. Cut throats, bashed in heads, things of that sort. Which leads historians to believe they were human sacrifices. They assume most of these mummies were commoners, criminals, peasants, things of the sort. Possibly even slaves. They somehow even were able to discover that some of these people had traveled very far before being sacrificed. Like literally the clothing they'd be wearing would be from totally different parts of the world. And back in the day, people who traveled had a lot of value. And if you wanted to take something valuable, you had to give something valuable. The peat moss that came from the bogs was very valuable. It was a great fire starter to keep their homes warm. It also had an ore called bog iron, which was used to make tools and weapons. They started finding these mummies in the 1800s, and they're still finding them today. Why do you think all these bodies ended up in bogs?